Okay, welcome to today's video, everyone. So in this video we are going to be doing question 7D of the 2005 Independent Schools 4-Unit Trial. And this question is an example of when the last questions in a 4-unit exam are very doable. So this is question 7D, and in the old format it used to be 8 questions. So question 7D is the last part of the second last question. So this is a doable question, and you should at least attempt it. Okay, the question says, find the roots of the equation x to the power 4 plus 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 8x plus 8 equals 0, given that one of the roots is purely imaginary. Okay, so start off by saying let p of x equal x to the 4 plus 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 8x plus 8. Okay, now if there is a root that is purely imaginary, we have that p of ki is equal to 0 for a real constant k. So k here is a real number. If it was a complex number, then this might not necessarily be purely imaginary. So k has to be real here. Okay, now we note that the coefficients of p of x are all real, and so by the conjugate root theorem, we have that here p of minus ki equals 0 as well. Okay, so therefore p of x is equal to x minus ki into x minus ki, so x plus ki, times, now this is a degree of 4, and these two make up a degree 2, so we need a general quadratic, so that would be ax squared plus bx plus c. Alright, now this simplifies nicely because this will become a sum of two squares because we're using complex numbers. So normally x minus a into x plus a, that's just simply x squared minus a squared. But here, because there's the I, we'll have an I squared k squared, and so that'll be plus here. So we get x squared plus k squared into ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, now we can equate coefficients of certain powers of x to find the values of a, b, and c here. We won't find k until we find these three coefficients here. So equate coefficients. Okay, so the easiest one to look at would be the highest power, so ax squared times x squared, that'll give the power of x to the 4, so when we're considering x to the 4, we get a is equal to 1. Okay, now let's consider maybe the constant term, so x to the 0. So the constant term will be c times k squared, so we have c k squared is equal to, the constant term is 8, and so this means that c is equal to 8 over k squared. Alright, what's another one we can look at? Well, we can consider x cubed, and x cubed, like this, x cubed, that comes from multiplying bx by x squared, and we won't get any other x cubed terms. So this is the only way we can get x cubed. So bx times x squared, so the coefficient is b, and that has to be equal to 2. Alright, so let's write down what we know as the polynomial. So p of x equals, now we have x squared plus k squared, and we still need to determine the value of k. So x squared plus k squared into, now a was 1, so x squared, b was 2, so 2x, and c is 8 over k squared. Alright, now let's consider the coefficient of x to the power 1. Okay, so the coefficient of x to the power 1, well here it's 8. How do we get x to the power 1 from here? That's by multiplying 2x by k squared, and that's the only way we can get it, so we only have one term, so the coefficient for that would be 2k squared. Right? And so this gives us that k is equal to plus or minus 2. Okay, so therefore we can go and put this value of k back into this polynomial, and we get p of x equals x squared. Now, should have left it actually as k squared because we only have k squareds here, so we can just say that k squared is equal to 4. So k squared, so we're plus 4, into x squared plus 2x, plus 8 divided by 4, it's 2. Okay. I might just get a bit of paper. Alright. So now we want to solve this equal to 0. So p of x equals 0 means that we have x squared plus 4 equal to 0, and we have x squared plus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. So this is fairly simple. That's just x equals plus or minus 2i. This one won't have any nice factorization, so you could use a quadratic formula or complete the square. I might just complete the square. So we have x squared plus 2x plus 1, and then plus 1 equals 0. And so this is now a perfect square, so x plus 1 all squared. Now we take the plus 1 here to the other side, that equals to minus 1. So x plus 1 equals the square root of minus 1 is plus or minus I. And so we have x equal to minus 1 plus or minus I. Okay, so these are our four solutions to the polynomial x to the power 4 plus 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 8x plus 8 equal to 0. Hope you enjoyed the video.